Tool 4. This tool is an intervention often useful for clients where the client remains anxious for no discernible particular reason, and it remains a mystery why the client remains anxious. In the language of DSM, we will be referring to a generalized anxiety disorder. In some cases of paranoia, in case of um, personality disorders, we can also take a look at paranoid personality disorder. And then it becomes necessary to know the underlying cause of that anxiety. And in such situations of generalized anxiety disorder or paranoid personality disorder, where the causes of anxiety are not clear, not discernible, remain mysterious, in that situation, this tool is one of the tools which can be used. So when we say there is anxiety, but the cause of anxiety cannot be known, there can be various factors at work causally responsible for that anxiety. We may be looking at unresolved Oedipus. We may be looking at an open split. We may be looking at a fragile self without adequate cohesiveness. We may be looking at all of this together. Based upon what we feel is the causal factor, the healing process accordingly moves. One of the reasons for such anxiety can be fear of attack. The fear of attack may be because of an open split, or it may be because of a long experience with an authority figure who has repeatedly attacked, and more tragically attacked unpredictably without a clearly discernible rationale which the child can understand. In this situation, the template is created. Attack can come from anywhere, anytime, from any person, and this can lead to anxiety. And this tool addresses two parts of the whole spectrum of possibilities. Part one, the patient is feeling anxious while interacting with anybody in society. There is a feeling the other person can attack anytime, but the patient doesn't know this. He only feels anxiety. Situation two, the patient, even while alone, feels anxious, and internally, the internalized parents are attacking or are going to attack him. That is how he feels deep inside of himself. So these are the two situations where this tool of intervention can help. The intervention can go like this. Do you feel anxious in interacting with people in general? The patient initially might not be able to clearly make out, and after a few sessions might come back and report that he has observed his interactions and this observation is correct, of the therapist that he indeed feels anxious dealing with anybody for that matter. With some people, anxiety is less, with some people, it is more, but for approximately 80% of people, there is anxiety. So then the intervention is, so you fear he might attack you. And the patient says, yes. The next intervention would be, of all the times you fear the attack, how many times does it actually happen? Patient says 10% of times. And then we say, so you fear attack every time you interact with people. 10% of the time it comes true, 90% of the time it doesn't come true. And there is a very distinct difference between your belief and reality. Can you see the difference? The patient would say yes. And what is the cost you are paying for this belief which doesn't come true 90% of the times? And then the conversation can go on. Second situation, when the patient is alone and he feels anxious. So the intervention goes like this. Do you also feel anxious when you are alone? Patient says yes. Do you feel as though the attacking mother or the attacking father is around you, psychologically speaking, although physically you know he or she is not there? And the patient says yes. Or the patient says, no, I don't feel them around me, but I still feel the attack will come. Then it will be, do you feel you have internalized them, they are inside of you, and somebody inside of you will attack you, but the attack will come? And the patient says yes. Would you like to be free from all this? Patient would say yes. And then the intervention would be, what do you think about it, that even though they are not around you, you feel they are around you? Or the images inside of your mind are attacking you, and what do you feel about those entities inside your mind which are making your life so uncomfortable? And the patient will say something and the conversation will go on. So this is a very important tool of related to attack will come, and attack can come in many ways. The entire psychotic spectrum of attack is a different spectrum altogether, but two important elements where patient can feel attack will come can be in general interaction with everybody, and when the patient is sitting alone, especially a patient who has been traumatized by attack of a parent. And then you can, from there, you can go into deeper dynamics of Oedipal or pre-Oedipal pathology. So apply this and let me know how it turns out. And if you need more help, let me know. Thank you.